All right, Matthew Parsons here, and we are continue to dive into the idea of leveling up, realizing that there is something better in the different areas of life that we have than what we have now. And so we move to level up in each one of these areas because expansion is the goal in life. So here we go. So, as we're talking about something better, today's topic is girls can't play football. Or can they? So I was watching SportsCenter this morning, and there was a feature on a young lady who had thrown a touchdown in her very first high school football game. In fact, not only was it her first football game, it was her first pass attempt ever. She's a junior girl at some high school out west, and she dropped back and she threw the ball, and it was a touchdown. And so SportsCenter felt like it was worthy of interviewing this young lady. So they interviewed her, put the headline, girl throws a touchdown in her very first pass attempt. And of course you see this and you go, oh yeah, well this is evidence of the fact that, girls belong right there beside boys playing sports. At least that was the feel of the piece that I got. And then they showed the film of the touchdown. And if you're a football fan, let me explain to you what happened. So the girl drops back, she throws the pass goes up into the air, goes about 20 or 30 yards. Now on the receiver are two defenders. That's right, she threw it into double coverage. Two defenders are there, the first one jumps up, and he completely misses it. He mistimes his jump, he misses the ball, falls to the ground. Now the second guy is there, and he jumps up, and basically it's a toss-up between the wide receiver and the defender. And the defender grabs a hold of it, and the wide receiver grabs a hold of it, and the wide receiver grabs a hold of it and pulls it down. And when he does, the defender falls to the ground. And the receiver then spins and runs about another 20 yards into the end zone. So there you go. By all accounts, this girl threw a duck. She threw a duck in the air, and this receiver went up and scored, got the catch. Now, the headline should have read, receiver scores a touchdown. But that wasn't the headline. The headline is that a girl scored a touchdown on her first ever high school football pass. And it got me thinking about the difference between results and the game film. Now, I'm all about results. Results are what matter. Results are what matter. So if you can go ahead and say, hey, I got a win, I got a touchdown, I scored today in the game of life, then good for you. I'm happy for you. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I know. Y'all are going to be, some jackass out there will be like, hey, no. Anyway. So when it comes to scoring the game of life, really it does come down to results. But we can't just look at the evidence of one instance and say that I'm getting results based on my activity and what I'm doing now. You can't do it. It's called the Gettier principle. And I think I'm saying it right. It's Gettier. And what it states is that just because you come to the truth, you may discover the answer, you may get the result. However, the way that you got there may be wrong, and so can you really even know if that's the truth? So if I say to you, hey, girls can play football, I have evidence. I have this girl who threw up this pass, and she scored a touchdown on her first time. That's not evidence of the fact that girls can play football. Now, I'm not saying that girls can't play football. But I'm saying that this instance of this girl throwing up a duck and her receiver saving her behind, this is not evidence of the fact that girls can play football. The game film doesn't match the results. Now, if you're a University of Tennessee fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, the University of Tennessee, the team this weekend, they played a game against Georgia Tech, and it went to double overtime. But the problem was they got lucky that it even went to overtime in the first place. They got manhandled. They got manhandled the entire game. In fact, actually, Georgia Tech was about to put the game away, and their guy fumbled the ball close to the goal line. Tennessee recovered, and then they march down the field and they get a touchdown. That's all well and good. And in the end, they won the game. But the game film is telling you that there is a problem here. Yes, you got the results this one time, but can those results maintain themselves throughout the rest of the season? Now, this happened last season. Tennessee won like 4 games, skin of their teeth, first 4 games. But the game film, the result was that it was a win, but the game film is telling you that when they come up against adversity, there's going to be a serious problem here. And sure enough, when they went up against the big boys, they lost. So across every area of life, physically, relationally, materially, existentially, in every single area of life, are we looking at the results that we have? And is the game film and are our habits and the things that we're doing daily leading us towards a different result? Did we get one result today? Did we get one result today that really we shouldn't have gotten? That was a fluke. We stumbled into the truth. So first off, take a look at the results. That's the key thing that I want you to do here. I want you to take a look at your results, and then I want you to go back and I want you to examine how you got to those results. And if you got to those results as a result of you doing what you believe to be the right thing, then I want you to take that and I want you to duplicate that across the board. So I'm in real estate. If I had a closing today, I can't sit there and go, hey, everything I do is good. It's turning to money. It's turning into closings. I can't base that on one closing. But one thing that I can do is go back and look at what was the process and what were the steps and what were the things that I did and that my client did that led us to be successful and have that outcome. And now I want to duplicate that in the rest of my business. Because you may come back to me 3 weeks from now and go, hey, how's business? And I'm like, oh, I don't have any closings. Business isn't great. Whereas you ask me today and I say, yeah, business is great. But if the game film is telling you something different, you've got to start practicing those things and putting the systems into place so that the game film matches the results. So there you go. Take a look at the results that you're getting. What are the things that are leading to the successful results? And then how can you begin to duplicate that? I'll give you one last example. I know that this is going long. I'll give you one last example. If I'm in a relationship with my wife, which I am, if I'm in a relationship with my wife and my desire is to have a deeper connection and a deeper intimacy with her in my marriage, and I may have those moments, those flashes of, yes, we are connected, but then I have 3 weeks where we don't connect. And I don't even mean sexually. I mean in any way, we just don't connect. Then what I need to do is go, well, wait a second. Yes, I had those results today. But the game film is telling me that when I'm faced up against the realities of life, I'm not producing what I need to produce. And that is that level of intimacy. And so the question is what did I do in that moment to create that intimacy with my wife? Did I listen to her? Did I talk to her? Did we play a board game together? Did I give her a gift? Whatever it is that led to me having that moment of intimacy, I need to discover it and duplicate it. Ooh, I like that. Discover it and duplicate it. So there you go. That's the word for today. Across the board. Hey, if you're getting anything out of these, I want to encourage you to share them. Share them and like them on Facebook, like them on YouTube, and share them with friends and family. And the last but not least, most importantly, do the stuff. Do the stuff. Take a look at your life. What are the results? What's the game film saying? Do they match up? And if they don't, what can you do to discover what the game film should be and the plays that work for you, and then duplicate it? Thanks. God bless.